Good evening, our beloved viewers. It's 9 p.m. You are watching on live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. A political dialogue closed on a positive note. And on the European Union, the France to close its base in Mali in the second half of 2021. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The political dialogue between the Republic of Djibouti and the European Union ended yesterday in an exceptional context of the current health crisis. The Djiboutian government is response to the COVID-19, including emergency measures and the post-COVID-19 economic recovery plan, was at the center of the discussion. These discussions were part of a dynamic which aimed to consolidate the relation between the Republic of Djibouti and the European Union through this frank and balanced consultation on subjects of a common interest. In other words, the two parties underlined the importance of this political dialogue for the strengthening of a partnership, but also the opportunities to facilitate the definition of priorities and common principles, and above all, the strengthening of ties, friendship, and cooperation between Djibouti and the European Union. For her part, the Minister Delegate of Digital Economy, Ms. Mariam Hamadou, spoke in her speech about the opportunities in Djibouti, she said, has today to launch its digital transformation. She also underlined during her intervention about the digital file as its role in creating jobs and providing jobs opportunities for the unemployment youth of Djibouti. The Minister of Health, meanwhile, mentioned that Djibouti, like any country in the world, has been hit hardly by the COVID-19 pandemic. Thus, this changing the daily life of each Djiboutian. Furthermore, the government of Djibouti has strategically did not take long about this dialogue for the strengthening of partnership between the both sides. For his part, the Minister of Finance, in an optimistic speech, painted a picture of the impact of COVID-19 on the Djiboutian economy, and he underlined the importance of this political dialogue for the strengthening of a partnership, but also the opportunities to facilitate the definition of the common interests and principle of the strengthening ties and cooperation between Djibouti and the European Union. And now, as part of the tour of in Ali Sabih, the Minister of Interior, Said Nuh Hassan, the head of a larger delegation from his department, went to Ali Sabih yesterday morning after a warm welcome with a troop of honor and the flag, welcomed by the prefect of the region, Mr. Musa Adan Migeni, in the presence of the Vice President of Regional Council of Ali Sabih and interim President of the Regional Council, Mr. Noor Saeed Geldon, the Colonel of The mission, led by the minister, received an ardent and enthusiastic welcome from the Asajok population, who came en masse to the prefecture of the region. Then the Minister of the Interior met with the local authorities, representative of the decentralized state service and civil society, organized the meeting room of the prefecture of the region of Ali Sabih. speaking first to the prefect of the region, welcome Ali Sabih to the new Minister of the Interior. Saeed Noor Hassan wished his house every success in his mission while reassuring of his best collaboration. In his speech, the new Minister of Interior, Saeed Noor Hassan, delivered a speech at the beginning of which he thanked and appreciated the authorities of the region and the people for the good reception and generous hospitality he received. He noted that this visit comes to hold a meeting of officials and people in Ali Sabih and to discuss closely the condition of the people in Ali Sabih areas and village belonging to Ali Sabih to find appropriate solution to the challenges facing the citizens. The minister praised to the achievement in the region and the development project that have been implemented. The minister also pledged to work with the relevant authorities and ministries in order to meet the requirement of the citizens of Asajuk. Always as part of the regional contact making tour, the Minister of Interior Saeed Noor Hassan went to Galile border. The delegation was warmly welcomed by the people of Galilea, accompanied by the prefect of the region, Mr. Musa Aden Migeni, the vice president of the Regional Council of Ali Sabih, and the minister was also able to visit the various control service, namely Galilea Post Immigration Office. The Commander Mahdi Umar Jama, head of the head of Ali Sabiha Police Detachment, explained to the Minister of the Interior the smooth running of the activities of controlling the flow of travelers as well as the executions of national directives and strict compliance with the condition of entries and exit of the country. Subsequently, the Minister of Interior Saeed Noor Hassan had a meeting with the local population of Asajuk, and in their intervention, the Prefect of Ali Sabih region, Mr. Musa Aden Migeni, welcomed the dialogue led by the new Minister of Interior. For his part, the Minister of Interior warmly thank the people of Ali Sabih for their welcome. Note that the meeting took place in the respect of barrier gesture in the presence of the prefect of the region, the vice president of the regional council, and the president by interim Noor Saeed Geldon were also present in this meeting. Under the high patronage of the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mr. Mustafa Mohammed Mahmoud, held a meeting, and a lunch of was held at the Sunny Hill Hotels in Arta region in honors of the first batch of Belbela High School's graduates in the year 2003. On Friday night, the mayor of Djibouti City, Ms. Fatuma Awale Usman, the current director of the secondary schools, Inab Hassan, and many other personalities of this first generation of Belbera high schools participate in this occasion. The governor of the region, Muhammad Sheikhu, the president of the regional council of Arta, and parliamentarians from Arta region, and many senior officials in the Ministry of National Education, including Secretary General Mohammed Abdullah Mahyoub, also participate in this occasion of the meeting. This meeting comes after this educational institution was crowned first in the baccalaureate result, and that no less than 20 of its students obtain a grade of excellence.
idinka xiliska saaray ardaydii waaga lamba qaaday.
Indeed, the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training in a speech expressed his happiness for attending this valuable occasion. What are the old and current students of Ahmed Farah High Schools? It's an exceptional day, he said. And now the Minister of Women and Family, Ms. Muna Usman, Aden, received last Thursday in her office the Indian ambassador to Djibouti, Mr. Ashukumar. As part of a goodwill visit, the two sides discussed cooperation between the two countries and to brotherly people and the main project of Ministry of Women and Family, most notably the empowerment of a woman and development of partnership in order to enhance digital innovation and the capacity of women is a center. The Minister of Women and Family Affairs and the Indian ambassador to Djibouti affirmed their commitment to strengthen the partnership for benefit of both the two countries. And the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Ms. Ulufa Ismail Abdul, received a courtesy visit from the representative of the United Nations Development Program known as UNDP, Ms. Fatuma Al Sheikh. The representative present her congratulations to the minister following her appointment to the Department of Social Affairs while ensuring her and close collaboration. The discussion first focused on the program and action undertaken together, in particular the studies concerning first an index on multidimensional poverty in Djibouti, but also the ways and means of expanding the partnership in order to another project aim at reducing its better understand poverty. During this interview, the minister clarified that the UNDP has been an essential partner in the fight against poverty, and that to respond adequately to this problem, the government, through its department, has been implementing a national social protection strategy since 2016, affirming their common commitment will have to be strengthened and put forward through actions and activities aiming and empowering the population of Djibouti city. The Minister in charge of Decentralization Affairs, Mr. Qasim Harun, occurred a tour of interior region, specifically to Tajura region. The delegation led by the Ministry of Decentralization was received upon its arrival in Tajura region with a warm welcome by the governor of region of Tajura region, the head of regional council, and the local people living in this region. After that, the minister in charge of decentralization held a meeting with the local authorities of Tajora region in which he discussed the importance of decentralization. The head of the regional council in Tajora expressed his thanks and gratitude to the minister for the visit to the region and for holding a meeting with the authorities of the region to hear about the situation of the citizens in Tajura region. For his part, the regional governor congratulated the minister of his new position, wishing him success in his mission. The Minister in charge of Decentralization Affairs, Mr. Qasim Harun Ali, affirmed that the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, attach exceptional importance to the issues of decentralization, that it is a tool for poverty reductions and local development. He continued for this standpoint. He will do everything possible to meet the needs of the population. The Minister Delegate in charge of decentralization, Mr. Qasim Harun Ali, addressed the role and trust to his administration in accomplishing its mission through the sectoral ministries, each of which plays its primary rules in relation to decentralization. And from 2007 till 2019, in the absence of financial and technical capability, the region were not able to seize the skills transfer to them, but the situation has changed since 2020, and we are better ahead from now. And now moving on to the international scene, French President Emmanuel Macron announced on Friday that France will start closing its base in northern Mali in the second half of the year, before the end of the year, as part of reducing the number of French forces fighting extremists in the Sahel region. Macron said during a press conference after summit talks with the leaders of the 5 West African countries, namely Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, Mauritania, and Chad, that the closure of these bases will be completed by the beginning of 2022. He added that France is preparing to reduce its number in the Sahel region and will keep between 2,500 and 3,000 personnel in the region compared to 5,100 today. Macron had announced in June, after a massive military deployment that latest 8 years with a huge cost and the death of 50 French soldiers. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.